Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Big news from Stephanie White today at the media availability during practice. And she has a big update on Caitlin Clark, Dawanna Bonner, and some other teammates. So I'm just going to let you hear her words. Shout out to Chloe Peterson, who posted this clip on X.
Caitlin obviously won it in a rare instance, I heard today. Just how's practice been like for her, and kind of what's her status for tomorrow?
It's been good. I think she's working her way back, and I felt like today was better than yesterday in terms of just movement and balance and feeling like she's getting back into rhythm, timing, all of those things. And as long as we don't have any regression, she's going to be ready to roll.
Okay, what kind of regression do you look like? Just with swelling or something?
Yeah, for me, it's just listen to the training staff. I mean, if there's swelling, if there's any sort of carryover in terms of the injury, but there hasn't been, and so I don't anticipate there being. So she's good.
And with Sophie as well, how is she progressing in terms of playing for tomorrow?
Yeah, I think she's going to be ready to roll as well. Sophie looked really good. Her timing was good. Getting back into game rhythm and timing is the most important thing, and then being able to change directions. I thought she looked good. She's had really good workouts throughout the course of the week, and then it's just been reintegrating into live action. So they both look good.
And DB has been out for these past 2 days for personal reasons. Just how is she doing? Do you anticipate her being here tomorrow?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's doing as well as she can be. We're going to continue to support her and giving her the time that she needs. I don't anticipate her being here tomorrow. And we'll just, with her right now, it's supporting her and giving her what she needs and taking it one day at a time.
All right, there you have it. First and foremost, Caitlin Clark is coming back, which we desperately need. And I'm going to keep it a buck. I have that dream video review in the hopper, but it was a slog to go through. And I think one of the biggest takeaways in the elephant in the room is without Caitlin Clark, it is hard to run the style of offense that you want to run with this Fever roster, mainly because everyone else besides Caitlin Clark isn't really comfortable pushing the ball up the floor and making the passes that create those fast break opportunities. And there's like little glimpses of it, but there's also moments where players are sprinting down the court and they're not getting rewarded with that pass, with that tempo. And because of that, it's less likely that that player is going to sprint down the court again, right? Because you only have like so much of a gas tank, right? And if Dawn Toss is going to put in the effort to sprint her butt down the court and like streak towards the basket, and then she's not going to get hit with a pass to put in 2 points, what is the likelihood that she's going to sprint down again and run the lane again? It's probably not super high, right? You only have so much energy, especially as like bigger post players that are getting worn down battling with Brittany Griner and Brown Jones or Stewie or whoever it's going to be. So having Caitlin Clark back is going to be huge for making this team look like the team that we want them to be, having them be exciting and playing up tempo with pace. When Caitlin Clark was in, we were the number 1 pace team. That's just the stats. That's what existed. When she's out, we're like the 8th, like in pace, right? That's where we're sitting now. So I think that good things while Caitlin Clark was out is our defense was still a top defense. It was still like top 3, top 2, top 3. However, our offensive rating obviously slipped without her as well. And when you lose 19 points, when you lose 9 assists, when you lose that ability to push the ball up the court, it affects everything. And I don't think the coaching staff, there's a lot of people that hate Stephanie White for whatever reason, or they dislike her and they think that she's trying to stifle everything. But I don't think that's the case. I don't think that her and her coaching staff in every interview are basically saying, hey, we want to play up tempo. We want to play free flowing. And they're just behind the scenes being like, no, slow down. Like we're going to play half court all the time. We don't want you to push up tempo. I don't think that's the case. So, and we see glimpses of them making the progressions towards a free flowing, pushing the ball up the floor, offensive style. However, you can't do that if you're not getting the defensive stops. Like in the dream game, a lot of it was like they were just getting beat in the down low. They couldn't really push the ball up. Again, other things of just not having Caitlin Clark, someone that can push the ball up the court reliably and make those full court passes with players and rewarding them. So all that said, happy Caitlin Clark's back. Liberty is going to be a tough first game back. Also, keep in mind, depending on how that quad is, there is a world where she is back for this game and maybe she sits more than normal. And so if you're watching this game and you get mad at Stephanie White for sitting her, it may be part of just bringing her back with that quad. Now she's going to have adrenaline. She's going to want to play, but there may be a few less minutes. Don't take that as Stephanie White's trying to muck things up. Take it as we're protecting the long-term investment of Caitlin Clark for this season. So just keep that in mind. And also Liberty are a tough opponent. Now that said, Sophie Cunningham also should likely be back. That was mentioned. Dawanna Bonner is out, and I hope that she has the support of, I know she has the support of the team, but I hope she has the support of the people in her life around her who can support her during whatever tough thing she is currently going through. And we just had Stephanie White go through that in the Chicago game. So hopefully she has the support she needs. And obviously the elephant in the room, this brings up Aari Mcdonald. So Aari Mcdonald, the reality is they don't have the cap space. So unless the Fever make a surprise announcement, which it doesn't seem like they're going to do on a Friday, then Aari's going to be gone. Aari's going to be gone for a minimum 10 days. She's going to be released. We can't bring her back for 10 days. During that time, though, she is an unrestricted free agent, so she's not in waivers. She's not going to be like claimed without like ability to make another offer, whatever. The Fever can still talk to her. The Fever can't sign her to the contract and bring her back within those 10 days, but they can talk to her during that time and be like, hey, here's when we're going to bring you back. There still is a minimum salary band that we have to fulfill. And so the tough part about this is the Fever have to be willing to cut someone in order to create the cap space. They may not want to do that. Instead, what they may bank on is, yes, the Sky could take her, but they also have to make adjustments to pick Aari up. The Golden State Valkyries are going to have a bunch of players missing, so they could pick her up on a hardship. That would still be temporary. The Fever could still bring her back at a later date, after especially her contract is small enough when it's prorated that it fits within the 40 some odd K that we have in cap space. So it's going to be tough to lose Aari, just because I think that one of the things I was looking forward to would have been to see her and Clark be able to play on the court at the same time. However, it's very clear at this point that the Fever are committed to the roster that they have, and that they believe, I think in the background probably, that they can get Aari back after the waiting period or after her contract can fit within our team. And then we would have the best of both worlds. I think Aari has played amazing, and I think that some team might make a move. But again, as much as the Fever have to make a move, some other team has to make a move to keep her. And so maybe they're playing a game where they're like, hey, she might get picked up on another hardship with the Golden State Valkyries, yada, yada. But we can try to find a spot to get her back later in the season or further along into her season when she can fit within our cap. And then we have a full roster. We're not hamstrung at 11 players. So all that said, it's a bummer, but it is the reality that we live in. So with all that said, excited to have Caitlin Clark back, excited to see Sophie Cunningham come back and have her on the court, but definitely going to miss having another competent point guard in Aari Mcdonald, because frankly, I don't think that anyone else on the team fills that role like Aari does. So we will have to see how it all pans out. And with that, let me know down in the comments what you think about the whole situation. Obviously, we're excited about Caitlin Clark coming back. What do you think she's going to look like in her first debut? Do you think that it's going to be slow going? Do you think that she's going to be unleashed and unleash all this pent up bench rage that she's been building up over watching this team from the sidelines? Let me know what you think down in the comments below. And again, remember, as always, you're going to be amazing today because you are amazing. And I'll catch you next episode.